Gwababa DSTV8 with the show. Listen, I am so hooked. But there are so many storylines. We have a Lendile storyline, which is Zwelake's mom. So we get to see here that Slindile was never fully married to them Kiza family. So now she has to go back home so that them Kiza family can come and fully marry her. We also get to see that Slindile does not get along with her family, her brother, and the rest of the family. The only person that Slindile truly does get along with is her sister. So once Slindile has arrived in her home, we get to see now the real core, what's happening in Slindile's life. She fought with her auntie back in the days. It seems like Uslindile's parents passed away when she was really young. She was left an orphan. Therefore, she was taken in by a family member, an auntie, who never treated her right. If anything, she felt like her auntie was selling her to men. So, I think that Slindile's brother never really knew the story as well. He is just shocked and disappointed. Now, the show ends here when Uslindile's auntie has collapsed. To me, it looked like she had a stroke. Now, I don't know how will the family deal with all this drama because the Mkhize family is coming in to lobola Slindile. So how will this whole thing be organized with the auntie who has just collapsed? Like, it's a lot that is happening on Gwababa. But I must say that DSTV 8 down with the show. I am happy. And now we have Uzwelake. Listen, everyone deserves Uzwelake in their lives, okay? The way he has been showing up for Bahumi, he has been showing up and trying to explain why their initial lobola ceremony did not take place, because it was stopped by the fact that his mom was never really married to his family. So now they have to finish off his mom before he can start to take a wife. As much as Bahumi is Tswana, having difficulties to understand why Zulus are behaving like this, but Zwelake, I'm here for Zwelake. Now, when it comes to Zwelake's uncle, tell me why this man always acts an evil character. Why? From my brother's keeper to this storyline, him and his wives, at this point, I'm disgusted by both of them. Like, I have nothing to say by both of them, because what do you mean? They are just out to get Uzwelake and make sure that Zwelake never gets married, because for some reason it intimidates them if Zwelake were to have a wife and a child, and he will take over the family legacy. But otherwise, the storyline so far, good. DSTV 8. Yo guys, kanti lo baba lona wayakhohlakele kanje ye on my brother's keeper bakakhohlakele la kwababa ukhohlakele. I know ukuthi uya actor, but like, it's too much. Why each and every time he learns ama character okukhohlakala and he nails them? Like, oh sana wave wakhohlakala ubaba. So anyways, on Gwamaba, he managed to stop Uzwelake's marriage. Lalela guys, when Uzwelake says Mamtawungi. When Uzwelake says Mamtawung, oh sana, I get you. Hey, can I get my own Zwelake? Can my own Zwelake locate me? Anyway, let's do the review. So, on this episode, we saw that Uzwelake's uncle stopped the wedding, and yena uthi, according to himself, his mom is not married to them Mkhizes because them Mkhizes never finished to pay lobola, and there was never really a traditional ceremony that took a place. Sana, when I tell you that Uzwelake is furious. But anyway, Uzwelake feels like, you know what, it's his responsibility as a firstborn son to go and finish up what his father did not finish. Meanwhile, ubaba omkhulu wakhe is busy grooming his sons to take over each and every time. And his sons are chilled people. They are so chilled. They talk nice about Zwelakhe. They acknowledge that Zwelakhe is their brother. Really, they are just chilled. But not ubaba omkhulu kaZwelakhe. Uba like, lalela, I do not want that child to rule over us one day. I don't want him to prosper. I do not want him to have an heir. I'm like, Sana, this father, this dad. Lo tata ke kaloku sana, like, as not enough ukuthi bakakhohlakele on my brother's keeper. Like, he has to ukuthi asikhohlakalele ke kwangoku la kwababa. So anyway, guys, by the grace of God, it is said that the wedding between Ubahumi and Uzwelakhe will consume by fire, by force. It will go forward. Forward we go with this wedding, okay? Forward we go. Now, Ubaba Mkhulu kaZwelakhe, what is his name? His name here is Udumsani. I remember him from my brother's keeper that he was Ushabalala. But he then goes far below the belts and resorts towards witchcrafts. He's gonna be like, you know what? At this point, my best option, my best option is to resort towards witchcrafty. And sana uzozama ke ukuloya Uzwelakhe to never have a son. Oh, sana, like, I can't with this father. I can't with this daddy. Sana, like, I'm a rose okhohlakala. And the thing for me, ukuthi, why does he nails them so much? Like, he perfectly. As long as we roll your khohlakala, Babalo will kill it for you. Will murder it for you. Questionable, ke kaloku. Questionable and questionable and questionable. I'm joking. I know he's acting, but yeah, it's questionable. Kushubi kakhulu on Gwababa this week. We are going to watch Uzwelakhe having delays on his wedding. Now, a biggest secret was exposed on Friday that Zwelakhe's mom is not a fully Makoti according to the Zulu culture. What a shocker. Now, this comes after Uslindile's brother just showed up. Of course, we all know that he was fetched by Udumsani, Ubabomkhulu kaZwelakhe, because really he is trying by all his means to make sure that Uzwelakhe does not get married. Now, it is said that Uzwelakhe Udumsani uzophoxeka kakhulu in realizing that the wedding will go forward. Uzwelakhe will end up getting married to Bahumi. Now, of course, this will be a huge disappointment kubabomkhulu Udumsani. And when I tell you that they are going to try their best to come up with a plan B, in realizing that plan A failed dismally, they're going to realize that now we need plan B in action. Listen, these two, that's the level of stage that they are in, okay? They are in some next level where you like, oh my gosh, in trying so much to make sure that they are holding up Zwelakhe's things. Like that, Zwelakhe fought so hard in making sure that she and Bahumi end up getting married. Now, I heard Uslindile saying that she does not understand why did she not eliminate or rather kill all of them when she had a chance to do so. Now, this does definitely raise some eyebrows to say, Slindile, what do you mean? What do you mean you don't understand why you did not eliminate all of them when you had a chance to do so? It raises a big, not even small, big eyebrows in trying to understand what exactly is Uslindile trying to say. But yeah, that is Gwababa, more drama. It seems like a lot of South Africans are enjoying this new telenovela. I am here for it as well, okay? I am here for it. Good storyline. It's starting on a good note. It's starting on a good note and it is well written. That's one thing for sure. Most of us are here for it. There's still a lot of drama that is gonna unfold on Gwababa. Now we do know that Uzwelakhe has met Azwana girl, and all that he wants to do is to get married. How cute, okay? But there are obstacles in his way. For instance, he runs a family business and there is jealousy amongst the family where his uncle, Ubabumkhulu wakhe, is very much jealous of Uzwelakhe and feels like Uzwelakhe is not the rightful leader of the family. If anything, it should be his son's Umhlaba. Uzwelakhe offers Umhlaba a job, but it's not a job that Umhlaba was expecting. Uzwelakhe wants Umhlaba to be a truck driver. Meanwhile, people are plotting against Uzwelakhe's marriage. It is well known now in the family that Uzwelakhe does want to get married to a girl that he barely knows. Uzwelakhe goes as far as meeting with the girl's father and convinces him that he have nothing but pure intentions for his daughter. And we do see Ubahomi also agreeing to the hand in marriage. Now, the preparations of the marriage that is supposed to take place on Friday, it's one thing that is going to be shocking. There's going to be a lot of family drama. People are going to be fighting each other. A lot is going to be transpiring and taking place. So, it's not going to be a walk in the park. It's not going to be a walk in the park. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be like we are just walking here, okay? But anyway, I do look forward to this season. It does look like it's an interesting season where, I don't know, it feels like it's going to be a lot of witchcrafty as well. Like a lot is going to be taking place and I'm here for it. I am here for Gwababa. I am falling in love with the series. I'm not going to lie. Hello, hi guys. We have a brand new telenovela on Mzansi Magic. It's gonna be playing on a 7:30 slot and it is called Gwababa. The setup is giving my brother's keeper. It's definitely giving my brother's keeper, but I'm gonna try to my best of my ability to explain the storyline. I must say that the cast members in love, Gensana, in love, down. I am in love with everyone who got casted. Now, the setup here, it appears as if there was Ubaba Wasekaya who had Isthembu, but it also appears as if he did not marry his first wife. As a result, the second wife sons are the one who continued with the empire, the family legacy, right? So the second son from the second wife who was married, according to the storyline, unfortunately passed away, okay? But before he passed away, he already had a wife and sons, right? So it means now the sons of this second sons are the one who are trying to continue with the family legacy, which makes them grandchildren to the initial men who kind of started the whole legacy, the whole business, family business. It's quite tricky to follow, but it seems that way because we get to see Umshengu. Why am I calling him Umshengu? But yeah, we got to see this man from my brother's keeper being Ubabumkhulu to these other children. And when also ahamba ayophahla makaphahla uthi baba, so it was so confusing to me, and this makes me assume this son right here as the grandson of the initialment. Like, it's quite so confusing. Like I did say, I will try to explain it to the best of my ability, but it is so confusing. Like, the start of it was confusing me, Nanami. I couldn't follow. Anyways, the storyline also goes ahead, and we get to see Ukwazi falling in love with Sutu, if not Sutu, a Tswana girl child. Within and we get to see that she have a boyfriend who really does not prioritize her, who prioritizes partying and satisfying friends. It was her birthday, she was turning 30, they were supposed to go out, celebrate, but baby boy decided to go out with friends and celebrate with friends. She felt so disappointed, and this is when she met Ukwazi. Oh, Sana, it seems like it's love at first sight. You know how it is with the movies, soapies. Yeah, it was giving love at first sight, and it was beautiful. It was so beautiful to watch. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was melting myself. I was like, that's just how beautiful it was to watch those two. So they kind of spent the whole her birthday day together. Kwazi became a gentleman, bought her flowers, and just be like, hey, I really want to get to know you better since it's your birthday, okay? And we also get to see that Kwazi, is it her name Kwazi or Kwezi, between the two, he also have a brother, a younger or an elder brother, who is very much close to his uncle, Obabu Mkhulu wakhe. And it appears that he is very much responsible. He's a DJ, and he has baby mamas, and he really lacks the ability to take care of his baby mamas. So far, that's how the storyline was. I don't know what to say, casted, or the way that it appears to us, rather, the audience. So far, those were the storylines that I got, okay? And yeah, it seems like it's going to be a very, very interesting telenovela. I'm not going to lie, I'm going to be good. I am going to be good season in and season out, episode in and episode out. It really does looks promising. So yeah, I don't know. I don't want to hype it too much. It's just the first episode, really. But does it looks promising? Hell yeah. Sana Nganele, I don't know why Bridget and Themba are still together. But first, I do want to talk about City and Tamara. Listen, City and Tamara are back for Nganele from Makoti. Are you the one? And I ask myself, why are they back? Okay, apparently they have broken up, and it has been some time since they have broken up. And it is alleged that one of the reasons they broken up, domestic violence was involved. That's left Tamara looking apparently like there was a huge fight between City and Tamara. Tamara suspected that City was cheating on her with one of her friends. It does seem like they were also intoxicated. Before you know it, a physical fight spilled out of those two, where Tamara felt attacked by City, Bianca, who is her sister, and one of her friends. Now they did open a court case against one another, and yes, their relationship is over. We did see them on the show. Seems like they were trying to rehearse things, whereby City did not even want to hear it, okay? According to me, City does look like Ipara Unyawupe, very not clean, dirty, untidy, look like someone who drinks a lot, heavily, probably even doing more than just drinking, honestly, like, and but we did also see Usizi having a conversation with his mom, whereby his mom told us that City has found a new job, and it is confirmed that one of the child that City's baby mama, you all remember from Makoti, I don't know if you still remember, but there was a child that they were still questioning the paternity of the baby's child, if it's Sithi's or not. So according to them, that the DNA was done, and yes, the baby is Sithi's, and it does look like Sithi's mom is staying with both Sithi's kids. So she was asking for a washing machine from Usithi. A lot is happening. Nganele follows the couples. What happened after Makoti? Are you the one? Man, I don't know. I don't